Hey, I'm Craig Heiser with Cardinal Gates, and today we're going to talk about our clamps, which are used for installing gates on posts in the house, usually at stairwells. So our gates are easily installed when you have a door frame, you've got wood trim, you can screw into that, or if you've got drywall, you can use some good anchors and attach the gate that way. But on stairwells, a lot of people often run into posts, and that makes it difficult. Or they might be nice posts and you don't want to put screws in them. So we manufacture these wood clamps all down here in Noonan, and they all come in poplar. You can paint them and stain them to match your trim, and very easy to do. But I'm going to walk through sort of the tips with how to install these and what to look for. And the gate I'm going to work with is the Stairway Special, which is our top of the stair gate. It's been our #1 gate for stairwells for almost 2 decades. So what you'll need to do is look at your post, and if you have, this is kind of the most common post that we see, is square at the bottom, round in the middle, round in top. And what you have here is, this is our hinge bracket. And so the way this hinge bracket is installed, there are 2 screw points. This one's 6.5 inches off the ground. The one at the top is 28 inches. So all you have to do is take a tape and measure off the floor those 2 points, 6.5, 28. And so what we see in this configuration is square, round. And so what you'll want to do is order 1 square, 1 round clamp. Then on the latch side, you have 2 more points, 17 and 28 inches. And again, with this type of configuration, we usually see the need for 2 round clamps. Now you've got some room up and down, so those measurements I gave you, the 6.5, the 28, the 17, and the 28, you can move it up or down a little bit. You never want to have more than 3 inches between the floor and the bottom of the gate. But sometimes you'll get into things like this that you'll want to work around. So that's probably our most common setup that we see with Stairway Special, is that you'll need 1 square, 3 round clamps, and that'll take care of it. Now, if you have larger posts, we provide, this is our standard clamp, and all the measurements are on our website for dimensions. This is our large one, and then we actually make a small one too. And they all work the same way. They secure around the post, tighten them down. Another thing to note is on all of our clamps, we use these, what are called T-nuts. These always need to face out when installing. And what this happens when you tighten this bolt, it pulls the T-nut further into the wood and makes a very secure lock. Sometimes we've seen customers reverse that, and what happens is if they start putting the screw in, it'll just push the T-nut out. So always have it facing out. And here's a shot of it. So like I said, these are the most common that we see, but there are so many different varieties of stairwells out there and posts. So we do another mount here. This is our spindle clamp. So if you have the typical 1.5 and then the tapered post above it, this clamp sandwiches around 2 of the posts, and then you just attach the gate to the clamps. You'll also see these clamps come with a shim, it's 1/4 inch shim. So that makes the gate, say the hinge side, the bracket will be nice and parallel, because without it, then it would be tapered. The round clamps also come with shims too for that same purpose. So you'll see here we have the shim. If you have wrought iron, we also make a wrought iron clamp. So this one goes out to about 3/4 inch tubing. 3/4 and 1/2 are the most common. If you have something larger, we also make one that goes for 1 or 1.5 inch posts. Excuse me. Sometimes you can also have some very unique situations where you have ornamentation that juts out and you need to get around that. We also just sell this, we just call it the universal gate adapter. So you can attach that to the clamps, and then it pushes beyond any decorative component. Or if you have some handrail that may be in the way, you can push out using this as well. You would just secure this to the 2 clamps and then attach the hinge bracket or the latch bracket to this. I hope that helps, and if you have any questions, just give us a call. Thanks.